My desk setup was a mess and I struggled for a long time working on some weird spots around the house with awful posture. Yeah, that was me until I built myself the dream desk setup. Here are all the details. The setup consists of 3 parts: table, monitor and a MacBook. This table is some random cheap model from a local store. It costs around $60 and has the optimal size for a studio apartment, which is 47" on 23". And I can fit pretty much everything on it. Even when it's cluttered, there is always some space for a cup of coffee and a sandwich, if you know what I mean. It is made from cheap materials with fake wood finish but looks solid from afar, and I pretty much like it. The second part of any desk setup is a monitor, and I was choosing between Dell and LG, and even with the LG having 4K, I went with Dell because of its more minimalistic design. The main feature of the monitor for me is that I can connect it to MacBook through USB-C cable without any dongles. And the crazy thing for me was that the MacBook powers from the monitor with the same 60 watts as the Apple power brick. So it really needs 2 cables to make this desk setup running, the one that powers the monitor and one that connects the monitor and MacBook. As for resolution, this monitor kinda doesn't match the MacBook. I see all the pixels, and from that side I would definitely upgrade to 4K, but for now it's running smoothly. And the third most important part of my workspace is its brain, MacBook in other words. It's a 13" maxed out MacBook from 2017. Yes, he's old and yes, he's planning to retire soon, but for now it can deal with all my work tasks, which are editing, rendering, watching other desk setup videos and infinite doom scrolling of Twitter. Well, he's slowly dying. The display has white spots and the keyboard has stick keys. The screen repair costs crazy money, so it is better to invest in a new MacBook, but I think I found an interesting reincarnation of my old MacBook into a screenless setup. What do you think? So with these 3 things, my setup is kind of working and running, but we all know that desk accessories are what makes every desk setup stand out and make the workflow more comfortable and smooth. So here are some essentials. The first accessories that I really wanted to buy were a proper mechanical keyboard and a wireless mouse, so I can put my MacBook on a stand and use the workspace to the fullest. This stand is cheap compared to other models. I found it surfing through stores for $25. Looks pretty solid and the build is solid. MacBook stands in it sturdy without any gaps. Now to my favorites. Mouse. It is a Logitech MX Master 3. Yeah, it's pricey, but you know, I have a wife and my dearest wife gifted me MX Master on my birthday. I love the design, which immediately stands out, and it is super comfy to use. You can easily switch between different devices with a press of a button. MX Master 3 suits all the Adobe software that I use for content production. Well, and not gonna lie, the wheel is kind of fun. Keyboards. I was looking around here and there, watching some reviews, some YouTubers, and I wanted a mechanical keyboard for a long time, and this time has come. I chose Keychron Key2 because at that time it was most compact mechanical keyboard. And then Logitech puts out a mixed mechanical. I see what you're doing, Logitech, but I'm not jealous, I'm fine with it. No, I'm not. But to be serious, the Keychron Key2 is a perfect model for starting your mechanical keyboard journey. I saw a bunch of reviews before purchasing it, and people were talking about how this keyboard is tall, and there is always a wrist pain after long hours of work. I've been typing on it for several months, and for me, it worked out. I got this Keychron with brown switches. They are not so loud, just something in the middle. One more nice thing about this keyboard is its backlight. It has different modes and I'm constantly having fun with it. This keyboard is compatible with both Windows and Mac. They put different keys for different systems in the package. Just recently I found out that you can connect this keyboard to literally any Bluetooth device. I tried it with my iPad mini. Don't know any use cases for it, but it's kind of fun. Both keyboards and a mouse are wireless, so unfortunately it needs to be charged, but I do it rarely, around once a month, and these are the perfect accessories for a desk setup. For smooth mouse movement, I bought a big desk mat. It's a budget leather mat from Seteki. To power my iPhone, I bought a cheap wireless charger, and it has the third and the last cable on the desk. So yeah, I got a pretty much simple cable management. My new small camera, Sony ZV-1, constantly sits on a table. I took it with me everywhere because it literally fits in my pocket and freeing up the space in my backpack from a big Sony camera, which I am using currently to film this video. One more small thing is a portable speaker from Bang & Olufsen, Beoplay P2. It sounds really good and I love its Scandinavian design. In the app you can set up some nice features, and my favorite one is that I can set up my phone alarm and the speaker will automatically connect to my iPhone and play my current Spotify playlist. We live in a studio, which means most of the time I use headphones. This one is legendary Sony XM4s. I'm stealing them from my wife from time to time and I sold them for this video to make my setup look cooler. But jokes aside, they have perfect noise cancellation, which dramatically increases my productivity. So I can focus for a couple of hours while someone is watching Netflix in the background. This creativity tool is another essential on my desk, iPad mini. Despite the fact that it is an older generation, it works perfectly for me. I use it for thumbnails and photo editing, sketches, book notes and brain dumps. Last thing that gives this setup a nice vibe is LED lamp from Yongnuo that lights up the setup in colors when it's getting darker. And of course, how can I forget, this is the grail of this desk setup, the IKEA chair. This LANGFJAL chair makes this setup ergonomic and comfortable to sit at for hours without back and neck pain. IKEA has some dope non-expensive chairs. Well, this is my dream desk setup. Subscribe. Peace!